I've made so mmany mistakes about using money in the wrong way, which has gotten me to lose all the money I've made. And therefore, I'm going to tell you and lay it all on for you to really show you how do you use it. I've spoken a lot about how to make money, how do you market yourself efficiently for you to generate leads, how do you sell better to generate revenues, how to acquire customers, how to manage and scale up your business. But I've not spoken about what do you do once you make the money. And I believe it's an important topic for every entrepreneur to understand, because once you make the money, then for you to capitalize on that is very critical so that you're able to scale up the performance of your business. And I implement a system that works, and I've learned the hard way. I mean, with all the failures and the experiences I've had, I've made so many mistakes about using money in the wrong way, which has gotten me to lose all the money I've made. And therefore, I'm going to tell you and lay it all on for you to really show you how do you use it. So the question to ask over here is, when you make profits, what do you do with it? How do you reinvest it? How much do you take back, etc., etc.? How do you decide that? I want to start by saying there's no right answer. It is completely independent of any business. It completely depends upon your purpose, your perspective about how you want to run your business, as well as actually how your business runs on the ground. But let me give you an equation. Let me tell you at least parameters which you need to consider so that you know what are the areas you need to invest in. So there are 4 areas predominantly you got to consider to use your profits in. Area number 1, of course, you got to keep money aside for working capital. Let's assume this. If you've made money, that means you've done well. If you've done well, that means you want to grow. And for you to grow, you got to be able, you got to scale up. You're going to have more expenses because you're going to put in more efforts on sales. And therefore, for that, the number of customers are going to increase. With the number of customers increasing, your expenses are going to increase, which means your working capital requirement is going to increase. Working capital is nothing but the capital you require to work. As simple as that. It's in the name. The amount of money which is required for you to ensure that you are able to run month on month and cover your expenses, irrespective of the delays of credit period you have in the market, irrespective of any kind of dependency on your money coming in. So that helps you to work on your cash flows better. So you need to keep money aside from your profits, at least between 3 months to 6 months of working capital needs to be kept aside, depending upon the nature of your business and depending upon your working capital itself. And this differs from business to business. So 3 to 6 months on an average is something you're going to keep aside. Apart from that, from your profits, you got to keep money aside for the sake of investments. Now, when you have done well, obviously you want to grow, and when you want to grow, you got to scale, and for you to scale, you got to invest. It could be infrastructure, it could be technology, it could be team, it could be resources, it could be equipment, machinery. There's so many areas in which you're going to invest in order for you to achieve your next year's goals. So using your profits and coming up with an amount based on how much you want to scale to keep aside, not maybe for the entire year, but at least for you to get the ball rolling, and then you can keep generating profits, reinvesting it. But one parameter is for the sake of investments, for the sake of growth. So I've covered working capital, I've covered investments. The third parameter is team. All right, and this is obviously if you have a team and if you've made profits. And I sincerely believe in the formula of running and building a win-win-win business, which equals to your clients win, obviously, as a result of your business, because you're in business to serve your clients. You win as a business owner because that's the purpose of why you're starting a business in the first place. And obviously your team needs to win because they're a very key stakeholder in this entire game, and they've played a decent enough contribution to achieve your business goals. So a good percentage of your profit, again depending upon what proportion, depending upon the hierarchy of your team members, there are many parameters you can go into which will differ from business to business. But one parameter would definitely be keeping aside a percentage of your profits for the sake of sharing it with your team in the form of bonuses over and beyond their salaries. That's what I mean. And then finally, the fourth parameter is your personal profit, your reward for you starting the business, your reward for the capital you've invested, your reward for the risk you've taken, your reward for the opportunity you've created. This is not salary. Okay, a mistake which a lot of business owners do is that their only income is in the form of their profits and they don't take salary. You should be taking salary as a business owner. Your salary you give yourself is not a part of your profits, because salary is given for the time you are investing in the business, just like how you would give any of your team members. So that should not be counted as a part of your profits. If I were you, what I would do is count your own salary as a business owner as a part of the expenses, and after that is deducted because that is given to you for the time you're investing. What is left over is profits, and from there, keeping in mind the 4 parameters, you're rewarding yourself in the form of profit for the opportunity, for the risk you've taken, for the money you invested, and for you to create the enterprise which you've created. So this is what you need to do to manage your profits better, so it's put in the right direction, and that's a good position to be in. And obviously the bucket will keep increasing as and when the amount of profits you're generating keeps increasing. So the percentages among these 4 parameters will change depending upon the requirement of your business. So that will really depend on which stage you're at.